Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpicks.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
And take a look at Major League Baseball. There is a one-day game today, and it's in Minnesota where the White Sox and Twins are going to meet. And, maybe these teams are looking pretty okay right now. I'd say, the White Sox and Dylan Cease, he's been looking pretty decent so far, going up against Kenta Maeda. The Twins lost in his first start, so let me make sure I got these lines right. And right now, about $1.15, 7.5 over 15.
Well, yeah, you got Cease on the mound, and you got the Twins just not scoring much here at home. Maybe they're just going to be a much better road team this year. Who knows? But two pitchers here that throw a ton of strikeouts. I'm going to go under the total.
All right, Mindy wants to go under here with Cease and Maeda. These two these two teams have had some overs. Definitely so far. A few more overs than unders. Nothing too outrageous. Let's see what's going on with the chat here. Butterscotch already coming in with a lock.
Right, way to get it right away. Got his lock with the Rangers yesterday, first five, right?
White Sox, first five, yeah. Mindy, at 7.5, I'm probably willing to go with you here on this. Let's see here. White Sox and under for Demetrius. That's exactly what I was thinking, Demetrius. You and I going to be on that probably. Here's TJ, also White Sox first five. Ziggy's leaning to the White Sox. TJ, Sox and under. Boy, it seems almost automatic right now. CC, no relation to Cease. And that's CC, not pronounced Cease. It's good to have CC here today. Been with us before, so let's do it. Look, the chat likes the under. I like the under. I like the White Sox too, but Mindy went with the under. So let's have a premium play to start off the day, shall we?
Let's do it.
For a day game. Hey, it's only one day game. We might as well be on it. And take the under in this one at 7.5, a little bit juiced to the under here. So good start to the day.
Look at us go. We could just end the show now on a high.
All right, get to the evening action now with the Yankees and the Guardians. Domingo Germán against Shane Bieber. And here the Guardians are minus 145. This one, it could be sneaking up even a little bit. Man, the Yankees, a bit of a dog here. 7.5, and I'm showing this one maybe shaded to the over. I think mostly 7.5's out there, but the other books that have juiced it a little bit are juicing it to the over.
Well, I was going to go under here again in this one. You know, Yankees is a team that basically score all their runs by the long ball. I think we all know that. Bieber hardly gives up the long ball. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. And then Domingo has that 27% K rate. I'm going to go ahead and take the under here in this one.
Okay, well, again, here's two teams that, have definitely produced a couple of more overs than unders so far. Nothing too outrageous. Bieber, right now, he lost as a favorite, if I'm not mistaken. So I still think the Guardians can do it. I would expect Bieber to have a better game here. Going to be on this, I think, with you. Let's see what the chat has to say. Butterscotch is on the Guardians on the money line. TJ, though, on the Yankees, I think that means plus, meaning the 1.5 there. Ziggy's got a lean to the Guardians. Demetrius on Cleveland money line here. Big Zombie's left with that white. He's like getting to the window. Steve Powell's here today. He's got Cleveland money line, so looks like strong on Cleveland here. I'm gonna go with it. I'm just thinking about Cleveland and this price for them. Uh, if it's going to be too high, because I'm going to try to find a way on Cleveland. So, um, so far though, Mindy, for Bieber, I mean, good numbers, but not profitable. They haven't really supported him with too much offense. Well, that might be a good sign for the under, huh? Yep. Let's do it. Let's get
All
on
right.
this under. Yep, that's
Number
7.5.
2, premium.
I don't think it's going to 8. I want to look at the line though. Good comment here by Michelle Foster.
Yeah, that was a wild one.
Let's see here. It's all 7.5.
Innings?
Yeah. Yep. It's pretty much 7.5 straight across the board. So it's not probably going to get to any. It's not going to move, I don't think. So let's go ahead and get on the under here in this one. Hasn't been too much hot steam yet reported. I'll let you know if we hit one where I can maybe reveal it. TJ also under here. With the team, I think we're on the under a little bit. Or at least we are, Mindy. 2 games, 2 unders. So much for me talking up the high-scoring games, especially Cy Young Gibson here. What's gotten into Gibson? Change of scenery. Hey, the Orioles. Gibson been pretty good so far as profitability for the Orioles. JP Sears also that. Hey, if there's one guy who kind of they got to win that in that game. So 2 profitable pitchers so far. These teams putting up some runs, no doubt about it. But we are looking at a game here where Gibson's a $1.75, 8.5 under 25.
Yeah, the Orioles hit over 300 versus left-handers, and here comes Sears just at the right time for them. I expect Gibson to give up some runs here too, to these A's as well. This is one I am going to go over that 8.5 total today.
All right, Mindy, I get it, especially when you see what the runs that both these teams have been involved in, some higher scoring games, and they're facing each other. So let's see here. Butterscotch, Baltimore minus 1.5 at plus 112. Money line. Run line. Fix something here. Okay, there we go. Hey, Scott Smart's here today. We'll show his picks up there. You can take a screenshot if you want to ride with Scott Smart. Heavy volume today. Curtis says he got Baltimore in this one. And Dart Thrower says this is the game for him. Is it on the over, though, Dart? Or what is it? Are you going to tell us? Demetrius here, Baltimore money line and the over. Steve on the Baltimore run line. Michelle says the O's run line. Baltimore. I would say that when we see this, because this is baseball season, and don't tell me if I'm wrong, CC, if for you or anybody else, if I see Baltimore to cover, to me, Mindy, that indicates a run line bet.
Correct. That's how I would see that as well.
Mm-hmm. Ziggy says he would take the over here. And you know what? I don't necessarily do. It's hard, especially like Dart was saying, right? And he already said, so I know now that it is Baltimore, and here he is with that comment. But I remember he said being showed fade the A's. I want to give JP Sears kind of the there's someone on the A's staff that maybe has some future and some promise. We know that he might be that guy. Here's Blake on the Orioles. Yep. No problem, CC. No, we knew exactly what you meant. I just was stating it that if anybody else, any of our regulars, if we don't know who you are or something, maybe, but if any of our regulars say in a baseball game, hey, take this team to cover, I'm going to interpret that as a run line play. Look, it's Scott Smart. What the heck?
Right.
And he just, oh, wait. Oh, okay, Scott, I just want to make sure then. So those picks you showed us were today's games, right? I didn't even look to see there were so many of them, and I don't want to be rude about it. All money line, yeah,
Those look
those
like
look like
today
today.
because they were in order of the lineup.
Okay, great. Yes, okay, no problem. But he's coming off a huge day yesterday. Did we see the? We'll just take your word for it. No problem. I'm not one of those guys that says, you know, where are your tickets or anything like that. Like I said, I love seeing tickets before the action. If you put them in the Discord or something, that hey, we could all use 10,000 units.
Right.
Don't be holding out on us, Scott. Sounds like you're in here making us feel bad. We didn't have. Well, I was happy with my 5-1, but I. Oh, good point. Darty likes Muller. Okay. Yeah, yep, yes, today I see that. He did put it in the chat. Wow. Did anybody get on that? I didn't. I'm sorry that I didn't see that. Oh, he put it in the chat. Okay, great. Oh, I almost want I will go back. I mean, I'm not doubting you at all. And I might even make a video or something out of that and right, make it some extra content and say, look at what one of our chat guys got. Thank you for pointing that out. He put 13-0 here in our chat yesterday. Let's give him his due. I'm sorry that did we flash it on the screen for you? Let me know. If not, I'm sorry. And sometimes if we're involved in a game, Mindy, I don't put on this like it doesn't include it or if it's out of context because like I said, as everyone knows, our games are chopped up and put into individual videos. So anyways, Darren, he's got Orioles, Astros, Rangers, and Angels. Okay. No, you could say that again, Scott. It is hard, even in baseball, to put them up like that. So, Alan, another A's supporter. So, Big Zombies, we love you forever. Now, do you remember the famous? Not famous, but soccer match one time, Mindy, and Mexico needed the United States to win to put them in the next round of the tournament of one of the, not a World Cup, but it was like one of the CONCACAFs or something. And very scoreboard watching was one of those games were being played simultaneously. And the United States scored, and Mexico was going to the semi. And the announcer's like, Estadios Unidos, we love you forever and ever.
Good.
Thank you. All right, I got to pick. I guess I can only BS for so long. I'll take the over with you. I mean, it seems like these guys can look. If any matchup right now on this card would seem like it's going to have some runs, it's got to be this one. I would think. I'm talking every single game on this card. To me, this one kind of stands out as the one, maybe one more that I'll mention in just a moment. I think it's the next game up, but I don't want to give it away. So, Astros and Pirates.
I kind of always feel like I put my own order in and I just have to figure it out.
Okay. Well, no, actually, the thing is, I thought that game would be next, but now looking at it, I don't even have that entered in my rotation, but it's not the next game anyways. It's after 2 or 3, but I'll fix it. Let's get with the Astros and the Pirates here with a big road favorite here, minus 175. But hey, what's going? I mean, come on, these are the Pirates, man. We are family. Astros here on the road, Mindy, huge favorite, but Valdez has already, been kind of crummy, and Roansy Contreras was okay, I thought, for sure.
Well, I think this one's going to be interesting, right? Because Framber, he does only have a 7.7% strikeout ratio all time, lifetime versus this Pirates team. He doesn't pitch well against them. They have a 4.20 average versus this Pirates team. Contreras has a 1.59 ERA, but he's never faced the Astros. So that's going to be interesting. But I'm going to take the Pirates on the run line today. Looks like I got some other folks here that are kind of thinking the same way.
Including me. I would like him on the money line, but if we're going to take him on the run line, that's okay. Uh, Looks like everyone wants Pittsburgh, though. That kind of, you guys are. Here's the thing: if any other chat was saying go, everybody's on Pittsburgh, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to go with the Ass, but not our chat, Mindy. If they want
Right.
the Pirates, we got to take the Pirates. Michelle, she says that hell no, we're taking Pirates, right? Uh, Make the. I know we're on the Pirates, right? I'm on them. You're on them. We're all on them. I mean, how can we deny this, Mindy? It looks like everybody wants those hot Pirates right now. Pirates and Brewers are looking good. They're the top of the division. Knew the Brewers would be there. The Brewers are always up there, but the Pirates, are they
Yeah.
the biggest surprise in baseball so far? I don't think the Rays are quite. Maybe what the Rays have done is the biggest surprise, but I think the Pirates have been the most pleasant surprise. Let's just call it that. We'll take them.
Sure.
We'll take them again today. We're 4 for 4. We're going
Let's
to bet every
go.
baseball game.
All right, let's do it. That'll be fun.
Alcantara, as Dart Thrower likes to say, and Matt Strum. Uh, Alcantara, no, just a slight favorite here at $1.15, and the total 7.5 over 15.
Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Marlins here today in this one. It's one of those that, Stram has a 470 batting average lifetime here versus the Marlins. Marlins are 4-0 this season versus lefties here as well. I'm going to take the Marlins on the money line.
All right. Why not? Let's. If I see anybody in the chat, I'm on them. Yeah, maybe good point there on that last one, Butterscotch. Here we go. I don't know. Let's see when we try to interpret this. They play 3 times every 3 years, and Pirates get some. Oh, these teams. So that's a good spot. The Pirates have success against the Astros, and that's about it. Is that what that says? Here's Ziggy. He says he'll take the Marlins on the money line. Demetrius does like the under in this one. I do too. I do too. Oh, wow. Michelle Foster really fine tuning this one. Phillies money line or Marlins first 5. So those are always tough. I appreciate, when people are really going, on both teams in a way. That's really the best thing to do is if you can find a. Are there any props like that? Because that'd be better as a prop, because that way you'd probably get a more realistic payoff. I don't think when doing that it does because I don't think you're getting a best price one way or the other. So you're just
same game parlay almost anything anymore.
Right. Well, like in football, Mindy, when you have they do often, and I don't know if there is in baseball, but in football, you can say Falcons first half, Saints second half, and you get much better price because that's difficult to do, right?
Right.
So TJ on the Marlins money line. Butterscotch has, look at this one, Scotch Lock. We're 5 for 5. I'm on Alcantara today, Mindy, against the Phils. I think he should have. Hey, Phils won for Strom in his first start, but and Sandy, actually, remember, he got rocked in the first game. Well, I say rocked. They gave up some, there were some things that happened, but definitely, wasn't perfect. Yeah, that's right. That's probably what's going to happen. And, this Phillies offense obviously has some question marks right now with their personnel a little bit. We know that. So, okay, Mindy. Why not?
Why not?
Allen's on the under. 5 for 5. Yep. Well, and that's why Michelle has picked, handicapped the game. And I wouldn't say it's unpopular that, Sandy is always going to be not, well, yeah, no, not always. I guess against a good team, maybe this wouldn't be the case. Against an elite team, maybe like the Phillies too, but I'm sorry, against poor teams. Alcantara is always going to be a bigger first 5 favorite than the full game, I think, sometimes, right? Because we think Sandy goes out there and dominates, and then Marlin's going to Marlin. Okay, 5 for 5. Go broke or go home. Go big or go home. Padres and Mets. Should be an elite pitching matchup. So far, I'm not so sure. I mean, Max has already, the Mets have lost with Scherzer. Padres have lost with Darvish, Mindy.
Yeah, I mean, I like both of these pitchers here a lot, but I don't like the bullpens really here much for either team. Both of these ERAs are over 4.63 for these two teams. I'm going to take over the total, going over that 7.5. Looking for some late game antics here in this one.
Okay, yeah. I think the Sharps are going to want to take the under here, but these two teams have produced some runs, obviously. We saw the Padres with their pardon me, we need some Pepsi over here.
Right.
With their double-digit run performance yesterday. And again, I'll point out, because it was talked about in the Discord, the Angels and Blue Jays. Mindy, I'm sure you watched that one, and 23 runs. I mean, it's not uncommon to have 23 runs in a baseball game. I mean, it happens, every, week
totally
or two.
Not uncommon.
But right now we're, I'm just pointing out another, I know we've given out some unders here. You're going over, but again, just more indications to me that runs will be on the rise. We're on 2 unders and 1 over, and you're on the over here. So that's a mixed bag, but I'm sorry, in general, more offense all the time right now. I'm going to take Max here myself at a pretty reasonable price. A lot of, I don't know. You guys in the chat, Mindy, do you think the Mets, are they overrated right now? Or what do you guys think? I mean, Padres and under for Demetrius. Ziggy's on the Mets. TJ's on the Padres. Going to be a mixed bag here, I think. Hosehead's worried about Darvish's control. Yeah, butterscotch. So there it is, right? How is everybody feeling about the Mets? I'm taking them here with Max. I'm worried about Darvish a little bit. I don't think, I think he's overrated. I think he's a very, I still think he's a very good starter, but I think people think sometimes. Yeah, I do too. But Steve on the Mets. And maybe Max is, but I don't know. But then again, then he comes in and gives you 6 innings of 1-hit ball right now. So okay, is it the offense? Pete Alonso's impressive, right? At least that's for sure. For the rest of them, well, not so much. But
you turned into a pizza maker. Oh, well, not so much.
Pete Alonso. Well, I saw that with that. Was it yesterday or the day before? He had had 2 home runs, and he's now, I believe, 5th all time with the Mets in home runs. So that's pretty good company. Mets have had some pretty good home run hitters. TJ says the Mets don't hit. Yeah, they're going to have to today, Mindy says, and they're going to have to today for me as well. It isn't a great matchup, no doubt about it. I mean, the lineup, the names are impressive, right? When you got Nimmo and Lindor and Pete, Canna and McNeil. So
It sounds like runs.
we'll see. Yeah, no doubt about it, TJ. Pitchers do not go. The complete game is a thing of the past. But the Padres, I mean, hey, Padres paid that money to Bogarts. Bogarts, he's looking good so far. So, all right. Mindy's on the over. I'm on the Mets here. Yeah, he wants those Padre back. Okay, yeah. I mean, Manny Soto has been pretty good so far, right? Matt Carpenter. Hey, I mean, I'm not putting him, but Padres have him batting cleanup. To me, I mean, the Yankees got him to take advantage of the right field porch, and the Padres, they think they've got I have big question marks with that. Of course, when Tatis comes back, things are going to change all over the place, and Carpenter probably is the odd man out, but he's willing. He's not going to be cut or anything. I mean, I think he wants to be on this contender, the stash. So, and Jake Rakes. Okay, here we go. I was just looking at what their potential lineup today, and I do think that's a good matchup. I mean, you talk about the Soto, Carpenter, and Cronenworth against Max. I don't mind that middle of that order, but I'm going to take the Mets. One more. Do we have one more on there? Let me see, Mindy. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Just talking about how they beat up on the Braves last night on national TV. I mean, that's a game everybody saw, so that's going to, leave that fresh in the memories. Okay. Next up. Oh yeah, let's go with this game.
Don't forget your Reds and
we'll pull back. We'll go back to the Red Sox in just a moment. I know that game is a little earlier, and I have neglected to enter in the graphic actually. So let's just put this one up, Mindy, right now since it's on the screen, though, if you can. The Reds with Ashcraft and the Braves with Bryce Elder, and the Braves are $1.90 here. Total 8.5 over 15.
Yeah, it's interesting that neither of these pitchers have ever faced the opposing team. The Braves are just, in my opinion, just giving up too many runs here as of late. I'm taking the Reds here on the run line today.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you and give us another play here and take the Reds. They, have won with Ashcraft already on the mound this season, and Braves have done well with Elder so far, I'd say. But at $1.90, that's all I'm thinking of. I mean, and maybe the Reds. Oh, look, we're taking them on the run line. Don't get me wrong. That it's plus 1.5 at least minus $1.30 in this game. So, maybe the Braves, seeing what the Padres did to the Braves last night, maybe might be fresh in my mind too. But I don't know. I don't know if I mind what I see from the Reds in this particular matchup. I know it's going to be a lot of Braves action here, I think. Let's take a look. Okay, here's a Ziggy Dart. Is it over on this one? Or no, maybe that was the last one. Braves run line here for Ziggy, but Reds run line for CC. TJ on the over. Thanks, Zombie. See you later. Great job. Great job by you. Demetrius says Reds and under. And Scott Sherry just gave us his whole card.
I think he's not sharing the profits.
Yeah. Hey, if I give you guys $10,000, can you just bet the sports and turn it to give me 20,000 back, and I don't have to do it myself?
Right.
You're so good at it, Ramon. Okay. Scotchford, Atlanta. Yeah, well, look, the Reds aren't great. We know that. Corday, first 5 money line. Good point, dart thrower. Now we're laying the price here with the Reds. Steve's on the under. Rodney's got Rodney Barton here today. Good to see you again, Rodney. Have you been out of action with us a little bit? Good to see you. Good props. Thank you. Oh, look at that. I like that. Michelle used the hammer for the tomahawk. I don't know if that's quite PC, but we're going to allow that because it's kind of cool. And I mean, after all, there's one right on their uniform. Probably shouldn't have that, right? Oh, all right. And let's see here. Okay, that looks like it's it, Mindy. So
All right.
another play.
There we go.
Stop us from gambling today. Gamble. All right. I'm in a good mood. It's our Friday.
That's right.
Mindy. All right. The Mariners and Castillo. Going to be a favorite here, of course. I keep forgetting that Red Sox. Let me do this game here. Sorry about that. Castillo $1.60, 8/15 going up here against Smiley. Too bad Smiley's not facing the Brewers, and it would be Miley and Smiley. Castillo and Smiley here.
Well, Castillo looks good, as he's ever been. Smiley, I think he might have been, kind of bad his first game out, but he does have a 19% K percentage. He only gives up a .206 to this Mariners team here. I'm going to actually go under the total of 8 here tonight in this one.
All right. Steam came in on the over here with the Mariners and the Cubs. Mindy's going to fade that. She's going to go under in this one. Let's see what the chat wants to do about it. I did see some under action, however, a little bit of a reverse line move there, I think, against what the public might be doing. Steve's with you, though, under in this game. Butterscotch, also under. Oh, okay, Michelle that was a hammer play. And good. We all, like I said, I want everyone to have their own little thing. I see the conclusion I made there. I was like, oh, the Braves tomahawk.
Yeah.
So Michelle, that's Michelle's lock play. Yes. So okay, we got that straight now. But I don't know. I could
hammer the play, Ramon. Hammer it.
Yes. Foster's hammer. We're gonna get. Remember, George Foster was a great home run hitter. 52 home runs in one season for the Reds in 1977. I want to Demetrius on Seattle money line. Fact check me on that one, chat. Hosehead is under. I hope you're okay, Hosehead. Going in with you on the under in that one. Thomas Lewis also under. Ziggy would take Cubs money line or run line, doesn't matter. TJ's got his Cadillac play. I think maybe TJ's kind of coming up with his own moniker as well. Maybe we could do a little car in there, and we'll just know to call it the Cadillac play. Not in this game, on a couple other games.
Yeah, he's having to go back to make sure he gets them all on.
The Cadillac.
The Cadillac place, yeah.
There it is. the Cadillac.
Cadillac. What is that? A hatchback?
What's that car? Okay. All right. Mariners and Cubs. Mindy's on the under. I'll play this favorite on the road with Castillo. I agree with you. I think Smiley, that's a good, we know Smiley's what do you call him, a soft tosser a little bit, but fit in well with the Cubs. But I'll take Castillo. That's a big price. That's why I'm going to give it out on the show. Okay, let me just maybe Mindy can start talking about it while I go back. And Red Sox, Trevetta, as typing, I'm introducing the game.
Red Sox and the Rays. Ramon kind of alluded to this earlier.
Right. I mean, how could I forget this, Mindy? I mean, these are the Rays, and I forgot to put in the graphic for only the greatest team in the history of the first 10 games of baseball.
Right. I mean, what, breaking records from 1939 and such? But yeah, I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, Ramon kind of alluded to it. I'm going to take the over here. The Red Sox now, they've won 5 of 8 games, 3 straight on the road, put up 24 runs in 3 games. And they hit lefties pretty well. Beeks might be, I don't know, maybe a little bit of the weak link, maybe not, right?
He's an opener, though, right? He's
In
an
the
opener, right?
rotation. Yeah, sure. But I think Pavetta is actually the better pitcher here in this matchup. So, I mean, today's not going to be the day that I'll probably be going against the Rays, but I'm just going to go ahead and take over the total here.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I think we're kind of. It feels like we're on them until I'm on them until
Right.
further
Until further notice.
I mean, Nick Pavetta, he can be solid, but we also know he can get rocked. Jalen Beeks is typically a short inning guy. I think he's gone 1 and 2. He's not opened yet. I think he's only been in relief so far. Two appearances so far for His wife does have 10,000 Instagram followers. I know that.
Okay. Why are you one of them?
I'm not.
Liar.
Am I supposed to not know that? You have some
always
lovely
know
children as well. Okay?
You know all of the things.
Get your mind. They have 2 lovely kids. I think Justin is that might be the previous game. It looks okay. Justin over in this game. Ziggy would be on the over here. Here's Curtis on the over as a lock. We're the chalk it up, Mindy. Let's do it. Everyone's doing it, so I'm with you. Hosehead, give me the attention. He says, let's put it up there. We're not making fun of you. There's no problem with this call. I'm not. Look, anybody wants to go against Tampa, you're getting a good price. I don't think if Tampa wasn't on this long winning streak that they'd be minus 160 in this game, even though they might even be a better team than the Red Sox. So definitely prices are starting to get inflated on the Rays right now. And Michelle also says that. This is Major League Baseball, right? I mean, even the Rays are going to lose, I don't know, 65 games. No, maybe 70 or 75. Right now, they definitely look like a team that can win, realistically, 85 to 90 games. If they, considering the start, that puts them ahead of the curve, certainly. Corday says, there it is. I think that's what I was kind of getting at here, Steve, with the over. Pavetta is never a bet. That's reasonable, but he can go out there and give you some innings, and you're on the Red Sox. Will they win? I don't think so. This is a great, great thing that's going on. It's fun to see for those 15,000 fans. Moneyline hasn't been to a game in 4 years. No, I'm kidding. Moneyline win was the last time, and I will call out the fans. I won't call out Moneyline because he's our correspondent, and maybe he does attend. He's a fan. He probably attends games regularly, but is it the stadium? Is it the population? You wonder why we can't get more people to go to the Tampa. I guess nobody wants to hit an O-ring for a home run. The only O-rings we want to be hitting is the game of the onion rings. Butterscotch, ride them till the wheels fall off. Rodney updating on the. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice price. And then CC on the over. We got another play here with Moneyline Mills home team, but we're going over. But I'm going to find, no doubt, Jose, they've definitely had a very advantageous schedule.
Sure.
No doubt about it. But every other team plays those teams and things like that. So, all right, great, awesome, and look, give them credit. I believe the attendance has did increase in that series. So and over, we're over, Mindy. The whole chat's on the over.
Sure.
And even though I said I thought that Oakland and Baltimore looked like a strong over, this really looks like even a stronger over. And let's see some O-ring home runs. No, I think it's actually called A ring and B ring, actually. Great. And Darren also on the run line. Okay.
Is that a disco play of the day? Money disco? You have to
Is it
help.
a person dancing?
I think it is a person dancing.
Huh.
John Travolta style.
Money disco. Money. Okay, we'll come up with it. Come up with the name, or Darren may give us a name that we can call it.
Right.
Like I said, I want everyone to have their own little nickname for their favorite game.
For their favorite.
After a while, we're all Locky Lockerson. Okay, so we got that game out. Let me find where we left off. It was the Royals and all right, Mindy. They found their way to the bottom of the stand. No, I think they're actually.
I didn't look.
Okay. Well, taking on the Rangers here with Hahne and Greinke. Man, is this his fourth start? No, just as the other two were so bad, it just seems like he's made 3 starts. They've lost both of his starts so far, but the Rangers lost in Hahne's first start.
Yeah, I mean, Casey's been playing better on the road, obviously, or maybe again it was their matchups at home versus, Toronto, things like that. But Greinke's been pitching, well. He's just not getting any run support. So I think they're gonna get some runs today. I'm gonna take the Royals here. I'm gonna go with the Royals today. I think they can get it done. I'm gonna take them on the money line.
Okay, Mindy is on the money line with the Royals. That's a plus $1.35 at least. No, more than that. Come on, $1.55. Look at this.
Yeah, Oppo trash.
Yeah, he says Greinke on the road is trash. Well, no, he has.
I think it just depends which hitters you're gonna get, right?
Yeah, no, last year definitely was a little bit of the case. I think I can agree with that. Butterscotch wants to go over here. I'm on the under, actually, myself. The money dance play of the day. I think we can get with that. I'm going to come up with something a little more. I'm going to enhance that a little bit, unless you're insistent. I don't mind that. It's money dance play until further notice. Rangers and over for Fernando. That's I'm going against Mindy a little bit. I think I don't know if I can get on Andrew Hahne right now. Kansas City run line here for TJ. Ziggy would take the Rangers. Justin says Texas team total. Thinks he'll take advantage of Zach. Michelle's got the hammer out for the Royals.
Hammer those Royals. That's right. Let's do it. Michelle. We got.
You guys know who Hammer Dan is, right?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I feel like it's something I should know.
No, he's the handicapper on Pat McAfee.
Okay.
A Hosehead on Texas. All right. Hey, I don't, that's a sound strategy. It's just that sometimes, the nature of the game is a pitcher can have a really poor outing, even the elite pitchers. Less likely, but I mean, how many really of them are there that are, super elite, right? Where they're, how many Sandys are there? And Darren here on the Rangers. Mindy's on Kansas City. I'm on the under here. So I know I was talking a little bit of garbage there about Hahne, but I'm not fitting that Royals offense, Mindy. But Hahne against these guys. Boy, that home run that Witt hit, though, that was a bomb. Was that yesterday or the day before? And Sally, I was we were on the Royals. I don't know if it was us that day, but Sally hit like a warning track shot in the 9th inning.
I can't remember.
Okay. Let's continue on and take a look at the Cards going up against the Rockies. Yeah, we scored yesterday with team on the over. I'm sorry, in that game they managed 13 runs, so things were a little bit back to normal after that 1-0 game. There weren't many 1-0 games in Rockies history. I didn't go back and look at that, and I remember the first one was just a couple of years ago. Cards and the Rockies here. Cards 140, maybe 145-ish. The total is 11 over 25. Yeah.
And I had Matt's in there for the Cardinals, right?
Oh, yes, thank you. We want to have a very good graphic.
But yeah, I mean, he's giving up a .560 batting average versus this Rockies team. Marquez, solid in his first outing. I'm going to go ahead and take the Rockies here today at home in this one.
Well, getting plus money, so that can work for most. And no slight against Steven Matz just because I didn't have his name listed there. But they did lose his first start, and Marquez did, I believe he won as a favorite. He did
win his first start, yes.
Yeah, as a slight, maybe it's like $1.20 or so. Seen some breaking real news, shooting, of course.
Not good.
Yeah. In Louisville with multiple casualties. Casualties can mean injured people, not death, but I haven't just coming across, so don't know anything about it yet. Anybody in Louisville? All right, here, St. Louis money line for Steve. And the ball will fly out of college. Justin Watson. It looks like I want to play the under actually today, and I'm against our guy Justin here. Cardinals and over for Ziggy. That's Ziggy. Hey, Ziggy and us. We're on the same page most of the time with Ziggy. Not in this game. Scotch lock over. So here I am. I should have looked first. Just spouting off on the under. Because look at these. Over. Justin on the St. Louis. Demetrius, St. Louis and over. Everyone's on the over here. No, Tom, in news terms, it doesn't always. I think we think that it and again, everything's up for interpretation. But usually when you see it, and sometimes it's also inexperienced news writing that say casualties, and they okay. TJ on the over here. I'm thinking of TJ's referring to the old left-handed pitcher Hampton, right? Props here from Hosehead. Ziggy takes Cardinals here, and Corday likes the Rockies to lay the 1.5. And Butterscotch says these are the ones that they go. Thank you, but I'm going to stick with my play, but like I said, I struck out in that opener. I went with an over, Mindy, and it was 1-0 in Colorado, and then it was like gun shy.
Right.
But then I still came up and, hit an over with you on that. So I'll try. I know you do. I don't mind. But hey, look, we're not always going to be. All right. Mindy on the Rockies, and I'll be on the under in this one. All right, Mindy, the Angel. When was the last time the Angels were minus 240 over a team? Well, maybe there was an Ohtani game. I don't know if there was an Ohtani game even over the A's or something. Yeah, maybe there was actually, but how about an Angels game without Ohtani? Down to 230 actually, 9.5 over 25.
Yeah, Ramon, this is absolutely crazy to have the Angels being this kind of favorites, especially with the runs they've been giving up, right? I mean, the Nationals also have a ton of extra base hits. I'm going with the Nationals here on the run line.
I just don't know. I mean, everyone wants to make fun of Corbin. He's already lost, you know, both of his starts so far as an underdog for the Nationals. Um, Nationals not looking that great, obviously. But at even money, I think we get plus even, or I think we get even money. Let's go ahead and do it. I think there. It talked about the runs that might be scored, so I think that adds the volatility aspect. And
Right.
we saw what happened. I don't know if I might even marked it a winner. That Angel. I mean, let me take a look. And for that comeback, I know they were talking about it big time in the Discord yesterday. The big comeback. So that's a major concern. You just gave up all those runs just yesterday. So Nationals, not a great.
Well, they gave the Rays a tough time. I mean, the Rays had to come back a couple times against this Nationals team.
Yeah. Well, Suarez against this line. I mean, I don't mind the top of the Nationals lineup, but the bottom of it is pretty weak. But we'll still go with them. I mean, Smith, Abrams,
Who?
Well, I mean, the C.J. Abrams I like. I mean, I've liked him, but he's still a young player that, with high expectations. I see a lot of comments in the chat. Let me get to those. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Jay. Thank you. Good to see you.
But look at that. I mean, the Angels lineup against Corbin. I mean, it looks like they're ready, but everyone tries to pick on Corbin. I mean, the Angels will be one of the most heavily owned DFS stacks. That's some DFS talk, Mindy, if you're into that.
I just never have been. I probably should. I just never got into it.
Oh,
I know you loved
I
it.
did the same thing. I know. Well, no, I for the first part when it was first coming out, and different way. People were talking about it a little bit. I mean, different than fantasy, like playing your fantasy leagues.
Yeah.
But the real strategy of it all, involves the player's salary, fitting it under your little salary cap, but also trying to pick people who, they say, of course, the bigger the field, the more you want to take, low owned guy that you don't expect to do anything. When you play like your cash games, when you're playing just 2, 3, 4 people, whatever, you're trying to like get the best guys on their day. Does anybody here play any? We've never had much DFS talk. Want to say hello here, Mindy. Oh no, Takia's here today. Takia's been with. I was going to say a big formal hello. We should always try. Say, oh man, Jay's here. Look at that. Thank you. Is that the Jay? Yes, it gotta be. Oh man, awesome to have Jay here. Everyone say hello to Jay. Great to have him over here on our chat today. Good morning. All right. Looks like Ziggy's on the over here. Neil's on the over. Curtis, Angels money line, Mindy. Well, we're not getting great support on this one, but Nats, here's some Nats action with us. Plenty of comments here on this one. And here's Neil likes. It looks like Neil likes the. I don't want to give away my premium pick here. Corbin is really that bad. All right. Butterscotch will lay it going against us here. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue. Oh, Jay, that's awesome. Thank you. Trying to see the, if that's the Jay Briggs or I won't say another Jay Briggs. I mean, all Jay Briggs are important. TJ on the over here. A lot of opinion on this game for sure. And we got to keep it rolling. Yeah, I want to say R.J. Briggs.
Yeah.
a lot of it. Marcellus, good morning. Hello to you. Okay, then I know that is R.J. Briggs. Thanks. Yeah. And like I said, Mindy, we won't be here, but Jay will be breaking down the games tomorrow over on the sister network. So tune in to Jay certainly and get the lowdown for those. I'm going to come up with a couple of picks. Not much of a handicap today on those late games. Billy McDonald here today as well. Everyone loves going. We're on Corbin, I'm afraid, here, Mindy.
Yep.
Okay, Mindy, let's move on here. Brewers with Miley, Diamondbacks, and Zach Gallen. Gallen $1.40, 8.5 over 15.
Yeah, I mean, Gallen's probably the better pitcher here in this one, but I don't really want to go against this Brewers team here right now. I'm going to go ahead and take the Brew Crew here today, Ramon.
Yeah, look at me. I'm Arizona. I'm in first place, Mindy. But so are the Brewers. And the Brewers have a better record than the Diamondbacks right now. Wade Miley gives you an honest effort every time, obviously. Gallen won as an underdog already, and now he's favored in this one. I mean, is that right, Mindy? Come on. That's the Milwaukee Brewers, a perennial playoff team. The Arizona Diamondbacks, this might be their glory day right here. They're first place, tied for first, I think, right now. Are you kidding me? We're getting them as an underdog? Like, maybe they're fading Wade Miley. Don't fade Wade Miley too often. Come on. We're on the Brewers.
The
Is
Brewers.
everybody on the Brewers here? Demetrius on the Brewers. All right. Everybody loved that Nationals-Angels game. Nobody cared. Oh, here we go. Ziggy's kind of reading into it, you know. Hey, I went 3-0. Can I be on? I had 3 totals yesterday in the NBA. On premiums at 1. Okay. Milwaukee hits Gallen well. Miley will keep an average lineup in check. Milwaukee money line. We're on Milwaukee. Man, we're on a lot of plays here. Mindy, Steve's on Arizona going against us a little bit. And Neil, maybe that's a little bit too. Arizona obviously had a pretty good series against the Dodgers. Seems like they give the Dodgers a little bit of business once in a while. And, you know, I don't say the jury's still out on the Dodgers. The jury's never going to be out on the Dodgers. They are a playoff contender, but, you know, we've already heard Tony. I'm not saying he's making excuses, but Dodgers saving their money. Okay. Saving their money. Mindy gets mad when I say that.
Yes, because I know who you're talking about. Stop it.
All right, we're on the Brewers for another play.
Leave Tony alone.
Yeah, 7-2. We got you. We know what you meant.
Yeah.
But we're already talking about. That's why we're talking about Brewers first place. Diamondbacks first place too for now, and Brewers first tied or whatever. But Brewers first place, and the Cardinals at the bottom right now because of course the Pirates. All right, Julio Urias and Logan Webb. The Dodgers on the road here, $1.45. Gone down a little bit, 7.5 under 15. So the move here, maybe on the Giants and maybe a little bit on the over.
Well, I mean, I got to go under. I mean, I have Urias on here, 28.8% K rate. Webb, 20% K rate. I mean, Webb's been putting up some big outings here with, like what versus the Yankees, he struck out 11 or so. Urias, he has a .189 batting average historically versus the Giants. I'm going to go ahead here and take the under.
Well, how many games we can't get any more games except for this one, so we might as well do it. I think it's an under with these two, Mindy, right now. I mean, I thought Urias looked pretty good. Maybe I don't. The Giants took steam. The over took steam here too. That's that nickel move. That's not a big move necessarily. I'm just saying that it all hit the board at the same time. It was a coordinated move. And I don't think it was based on the lineup. I just think it was TJ said, don't fade the steam today. Well, to me, the steam is on the Giants and the over, and Mindy and I are on the under. I might find my way to Logan Webb as an underdog for sure. I know he lost the first 2 games that he was out there, I think, right? Dodgers here for Ziggy. Neil will be on the under, Butterscotch on the under. And Hosehead on the under. Mindy, that's, you want consensus. There it is. It's
yep, we got 10.
Hey, we went 8-4 yesterday on the show, including those baseball winners yesterday. We had the Brewers. Okay, we had over, and the Rays got it by themselves. We had the Bucks as well. We also had we had your Angels, Mindy. I don't want to. Giants here, money line. Darren says if you play the Giants, do it for the first 5. Go first 5, not the whole game. Doesn't trust the bullpen. TJ Giants, okay. That's baseball.
So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.